Hi, this is part 2 of this video, so check out part 1. So this is how I've had my desk for the past day. This is what it looks like from a little further back. What I'll probably do is, that smaller keyboard of mine, I'll probably place that on top of the tower once I'm done with the tower. The tower is going to go on the side of the desk. This is a little bigger than I'd like it to be, but it helps to have keys that your fingers fit on properly. Fairly cheap MIDI keyboard, does the job nicely. This keyboard, however, is free. It didn't cost me anything. It came with a tower, which kind of stopped working. So I took this from that tower. It was a cheap tower. It was about £200–300, and it was used at some other place for some other purpose. So I took that keyboard and I'm using this. I like to bang my keys, you see. So yeah, and plus there's grooves in the keys on this, which seem to fit my fingers nicely. So I prefer this to the wireless keyboard because, one, I don't have to keep changing the batteries anytime the batteries die. They've only died once since I've had that keyboard, so that's kind of irrelevant. But the keys on this kind of fit your fingertips. So I think I prefer the feel of these. I might even change the keyboard. Launch control. This is used for FL Studio just like this is, and this is, and this is. And sometimes this. Pointing at my phone. FL Studio has a remote control app. Check it out if you use FL Studio. Otherwise, don't bother because you can't use it. Then again, you can probably still download it and check it out anyway. And over on the side, we have the computer tower ready to be opened and operated on. So I'm going to be changing the graphics card. Oh, and by the way, we also have Pancake just sitting here sleeping for once. So yeah, hopefully she doesn't jump into the computer once I open it up. What do you get if you mix the words zombie and blue tack? Zotac? Maybe. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the graphics card. So, should we get straight to it? VR ready, probably something I'll never use. It is the GTX 750. 750 Ti, no, not really, it's the 850. It is the 860 980, no, it's a 1080 Ti. So, yeah, let's just put this into the computer. When you know your CPU is going to be the bottleneck and you don't care, this is what you get. So let's open this because otherwise it's not going to fit. I mean, it might fit, but it's not going to work. So yeah, I was looking at a few CPUs just to see what there is available, and there's quite a few things. So CPU and all that lot will come in time. And inside the box we have another box. So we don't need this box anymore. And then inside this box we have, that feels like a CD. Yeah, so there's a CD in here and there's some software and stuff that I probably won't even use. Before playing video games, do not play when you are tired or short of sleep. Not too sure how many people out there play video games when they're tired or short of sleep. Usually what I do is when I'm tired or short of sleep, I go to bed. Make sure the room is well illuminated and the lighting is adjusted to the brightness of the monitor. Okay, what if I decide not to use a monitor and use a projector instead? That kind of leaves me in a difficult position. Okay, and inside here we have the graphics card, which is good because without this I would only have a box. And we've got a couple of other things here which I don't think we need. Don't even need this. Out comes the card and back in goes all that. Over to the computer we go. Water cooling. That's for something to do with water cooling. Anyway, now I'm going to take this lid off. And actually it's not a lid because it's on the side. So I'm going to take the side off. By the way, this has a ton of sound dampening in it, which is pretty awesome. I can't remember exactly what it was I was doing, but I made a video a few months back on this and people were talking about static and how it can damage your PC. Well, if you touch the case, you are automatically grounded. That eliminates any issues you might have with static. Then the only other issue you got to deal with is spitting into your system when you're talking. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is disconnect some of these wires, these cables, because they are in the way. And I think we can work around this one Not sure, but I think I had a car with a manifold that was like this. Anyway, disconnect that and that. Unscrew this. Unscrew this one. And there we have it. It's out. And here we have the new one. There was some plastic over this. And there's still some over the name. And there we go. That is now off. This goes in like the other one came out. Oh yeah, and in case you're wondering, I'm not going to do the typical thing and benchmark this or compare it to the previous card, because what's the point in that? I'm just going to use it. Okay, so we're just on the NVIDIA website and it feels really weird to go from 400 series, which is down here, to this one, which is all the way up at the top. And this is also at the top. So I'm just going to install the drivers for this and probably run Adobe Premiere and see what differences it's made. Okay, so what I have here are two clips that I've duplicated and added effects to. So this is a real world test, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press play. When I pressed play with the previous card, what happened was it would skip. Plus, it was running at about 1/4, sometimes 1/8 of the resolution. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to render these out and we're going to see how long it takes. The previous card took 3 minutes to render this. And as you can see, it's taking less than half the time. And I can imagine that coming down even more with a better CPU. So not only does this play perfectly fine, I can also color correct whilst it's playing, which is kind of funky. And I can also scrub through this at full resolution without much of an issue. So yeah, that's the main benefit. I can now run this with effects on it at full resolution rather than half, a quarter. I'm sure there will be other benefits that I will find out in time. But for now, to me, this is all that really mattered. I haven't even gotten around to playing games yet, but I'm sure they'll be fine too. Also, I'm not sure, but I think this was one of the last games that I had installed on the PC. I know I had Grand Theft Auto on it, but that takes the piss to reinstall. I'm just going to give it a quick go and see how it is. So I've set everything to full in the graphics section, and this played okay with the previous card. Okay, so I'm just going to play. I know the graphics card can probably handle a better game than this. Better is not quite the right term. More graphically advanced. But I just want to, I don't know, I just want to see. I liked this game. It seems to work all right now. Lovely game, wouldn't you say?
All units, suspect is a white male, black long hair, black coat, armed.
Oh, they ran me over. So yeah, this runs fine. What I'm going to do now is end the video. So thanks for watching, and more videos to come.